Y'all, I just want to say, while I'm driving down the road here, don't never do what I'm doing. But I wish whenever I was in school that somebody would have taught me about the stock market. Because I know for a fact that not only myself, but a lot of people that I grew up around thought the same thing that I did, which was you have to be rich in order to even, think about getting in the stock market or something. It was a rich person thing, like only you have to have money to make money, which that is very true. But nonetheless, I wish somebody would taught me about it, and maybe I would know a little bit more than I do now. I mean, when you stop and you think about it, cryptocurrencies is basically a poor man's stock market right now. So if I were you, and I'm not a financial advisor, but if you have money that you can lose, that you really wouldn't miss, like that, Taco Bell or something, you damn well shouldn't have been eating. If you could actually take that money and put it into something and leave it alone, there's a major possibility that it could turn into a lot of money. I mean, the chances of it happening are, roughly around, in my personal opinion, like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, but about 60-40, 60 being on the good side, 40 being on the bad side. And nonetheless, the upside to it is so much more than the downside of it. I mean, who wouldn't with a little extra money to spend? I mean, look, there's all kinds of things that we can take a couple of dollars and put it in something. I mean, when you stop and you think about it, like I just got into AmpCoin. When I got into it, it was like a little under 4 cents, and it's like almost like a little over 5 cents now, which is beside the point. But it's cheap. It's cheap. Look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, at one point, you can go back at Reddit and some of these other platforms and see some of these old posts where people were talking about Bitcoin at like $3 and $7, talking about it's the end of the world. It's so high, it's never going to go down there, holding the bag. Now it's at like, right now, I think last time I looked at it, it was at $48,000, which is kind of a low from what it's been at, because it's sitting at around 65 or something like that. Not 2 months ago, too long ago, possibly around 2, 3, 4 months ago, 5, 6 months ago, something like that. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just saying that the upside is so much more than the downside, and some of these cryptocurrencies are really, really cheap. Shiba Inu is like 0.0000073 or 4 or something like that. That's cheap. I mean, you can get millions and millions, billions and trillions of Shiba Inu coins for that much. 0.0000007 something. That's crazy. Because one day there's a major possibility, and in my personal opinion, it's around 60-40, based on broad cryptocurrency, that's going to go up. And even if it went up to 1 cent, I mean, that is going to be amazing. The downside is so much less. I mean, what are you going to lose? A couple $100? But the upside is millions of dollars. Just stop and think about it, Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, but I mean, these are kind of like common sense things. I don't think that I should have to be a financial advisor to say common sense / logic. You know what I mean? Like I said, I just wish that I had learned more about the stock market at a younger age. And, stereotypes back in the day, that's what it was. I thought that you had to be rich. I thought it was a rich person's way to make money. I make way more money with my hands. But I'm just saying that if you had a lot of money, you could possibly make bukus of money overnight sometimes. I mean, if I had $10,000 and invested it into all these different cryptocurrencies and timed it right, of which people talk about this market, both markets, like it's an entity. The market, is thinking and stuff like that. And to an extent I understand, but also to an extent I don't really understand that, because it's people It's people. It's human. It's human error. These are algorithms running, but at the same time, these are humans, and there is human error. And so, anyways, I'm getting off subject here. If you don't invest in cryptocurrencies, and you're poor like me, if you have some extra money and you feel like taking if you ain't have, it's like going. I'm not gonna say it's like gambling, because it's not really gambling, but you do take a chance, just like when you take a chance when you go to the casino, in a sense. Like with me, if I went to the casino, I'd take $300, and I would be okay with losing that $300. That's about the most I've ever went to the casino with. But nonetheless, I'll be okay with losing that $300. There are people out there that is not capable of doing that. They'll go in there with that $300, knowing they ain't supposed to spend no more money, go straight to the ATM. And I think the ATM don't have a limit at the casino, so that's a problem. You know what I mean? But that's just with anything. People smoking cigarettes. People always have their little ticks and stuff. So this isn't something that is a bad thing, but at the same time, it can be a gamble. So stop and think about it. I mean, the upside is way more than the downside. Way more. That's all I'm saying.